Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Angela.
And we are the May December Society, and we're here with more questions for you.
And we're going to get right to those questions.
Yes, and thanks to everyone for sending them in. Let's see.
First question is from Anonymous, and it says, cue for your video, how to show an older, 32 years older man that I have an interest, but not in a creepy way. Not to look like a stalker or a whore or anything like that. Basically, I mean, I've always been into older men, but how am I supposed to make them, him in particular, notice me in a romantic way? Thank you, I love your blog, and you are such a sweet couple. Thank you so much, Anonymous. First of all, if you want to flirt with a guy in a non-creepy way, then don't do any of these.
Please don't.
Is this seat taken?
No, you can sit down.
Oh, so you're a professor here?
I am?
That's awesome.
It really is cool.
Oh, Professor, will you teach me a lesson?
Yeah, you know, same old stuff. Cheers.
Hey, baby. You got life to learn? Because I've fallen for you. You can't get up.
Girl, are you out of your mind? You see this?
But if you want to flirt with him in a normal way, if you want to get a guy's attention, it's really not much different from trying to get the romantic attention of a younger guy, except you might have to be a little more dedicated. You have to just try and converse with him. See, I mean, here's the thing. You have to be interested in the guy. If you like what he's saying, then it'll be very easy to just be engaged in his conversation and flirt with him a little bit. You may have to stick with it maybe a little longer with an older guy because they're not really going to get the picture, I guess, all the way. They may almost be in disbelief, like, you know.
Like I was with you.
Yes.
How could she be interested in me? This old run-down guy. I know.
Jeez, a bit dramatic there. So
Yes.
They might not know. They may not have the confidence to think that you're flirting with them. So you do have to stick with it a little bit. Maybe even ask him out yourself. It might feel wrong, like to him. He might feel that he would be wrong to ask you out. Like, who am I to ask this young girl out?
They're not going to just come out and start chatting you up. I just don't see that happening unless that is their pattern. So if it's a guy who is just maybe a little bit more hesitant, you're going to have to show interest by being interested in what he is all about. So listen, just listen, and you'll find your opening. It may be the same situation that you have. The only one I can speak of is ours. We're chatting back and forth. We're getting to know one another. And so there was that repartee, and we're back and forth with one another. We didn't really want for conversation. We could just hit on anything. That's why I think it's key that you find out what they are about and show some interest in it.
Asking him questions, asking him about his life, asking him about his career, asking about this, his interests, and so on.
Asking about his old girlfriends, what age they were. Okay, don't.
You can realize that you're really hitting it off, or maybe not. On to the next question. Is it normal in age gap relationships for the older man to financially support his younger girlfriend?
It can be normal in some circumstances, but I would say in most of these situations, it's like any other relationship, where it is give and take on both sides, emotionally and financially. It's similar and different. It's similar in this way. Both may be working. Even if you're the same age, one person may already be more established. In a May-December situation, whether the woman is older or the man is older, the older person often is in a better position financially. Just for the mere fact that they've lived many more years and have done more things. So they have accumulated perhaps some wealth and some stuff. So they have some things. And they can take care of this, that, and another thing. I'm not saying the other person is a gold digger, just saying that's the way it is. I mean, if this older gentleman was going out with an older lady, he'd be doing the same thing, regardless of what her station in life was, because he's a gentleman.
Just like any other boyfriend. If your boyfriend who's the same age has never bought you a gift or given you something or paid for something, then what the hell kind of relationship are you in?
A lot of people mistake those simple things being, over the top. It's not.
In media, you often see that kind of gold digger type of relationship. A super famous, super rich celebrity has his young arm candy. Of course, that exists, but that is certainly not the norm for an age gap relationship. This is a question from Chihade Tachi Abrasia Famali. Hi, you and your boyfriend are so damn cute. I don't know why people hate age gap relationships. I think they're so cute. I love a man who is 25 years older than me. I hope we can be cute too. But he doesn't know I love him. Sorry for the disturb. Thank you, Chiadacha Takabraka Famali. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name.
There's a simple answer to your dilemma. Tell him how you feel. How are you going to know any other way? Just tell him how you feel. Get right to it. Get to the point. Because if he is completely, oblivious and not even interested, move on. Just move on. So you have to let your feelings be known.
Final question. I've been hooking up with this guy that is 11 years older than me. I'm 18 and he is 29. I come over, we have sex, and talk a little, and then I have to leave because he gets paranoid that someone will see my car. Okay. We live in a small town where people would look down on us if they found out. He keeps telling me he doesn't know what to do, and only if I was older we could be happy. I want to find a way to be with him. We were friends for a couple of years before we got intimate. Do you have any advice?
Yes, I do. Okay, it's a small town. Everybody already knows. The idea that, her car's out there and you're afraid somebody's going to see it. Someone has seen the car, all right? You're telling us that you have sex, talk a little bit, and then you go home. Well, that is really just having sex. And that's the attraction on his part, certainly. You go over there, he doesn't have to do anything. He stays there, you leave, you know what I mean? So I think you need to question this relationship and make sure it is truly a relationship, or is it just at his whim, maybe? That's what it sounds like. I could be completely wrong, but I'm just basing it on some of the question there.
I think you're right. I mean, okay, I'm no expert on 29-year-old guys, honestly. I'm 23, a 29-year-old, but that guy is way too young for me. So I don't really know what's going through his head. I don't think you should continue this. If love and a relationship is what you want, I don't think you should continue this cycle of going to his house, having sex, leaving. If it is what he wants, he's getting what he wants.
And if that's okay for you, that's fine.
If it's okay for you, that's fine. But if you're looking for something more, then maybe you should confront him about this. Say, I don't want to continue having sex with you. I don't want to continue this affair, basically, unless you want to take it further.
And by taking it further, just being seen outside the door together would probably be a step up, it sounds like.
And it's really not a big age gap. I know you live in a small town, but I think most people who see you out and about aren't going to be like, oh my God, that's disgusting.
So that's like what, a 30-year-old and a 20-year-old, essentially. Yeah,
no one really would question that. No one is going to give you a weird look for going out with this guy. You're going to look just like a normal couple. So he really has no reason to be afraid of what people will think, in my opinion.
No, I agree with you. Again, you say it's a small town. You're not going to hide in a small town. I think the fact that the car shows up all the time and is there for a couple hours and leaves that's going to bring more attention than if you go to McDonald's and have a burger together.
Okay, well, that's all of our questions. So again, thank you for sending them in, and we welcome more. Please send your questions in, and maybe they'll be in the next video.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.